my Sunabile is sitting on the kitchen counter with Zile. You know, and I think I was talking to Abel Tido, you and them, right? And I'm standing there with my friend on the side. Sunabile walks off the kitchen counter, gets down, walks off. My friend sits there, right? Sunabile comes back. Now, when he comes back, Sunabile doesn't go to my friend and tell him, yo, my dog, please move a little bit. No. Is it the Figos, the ones with the dreadlocks? Okay. It's the Figos, is it the errands? You know these little influencers around him. They're like, yo, bro, dog, Sunabile.
Those are my friends.
Yeah.
But you can't speak about them like that. Okay.
You know, at the time, I don't think anybody thought this bumbling idiot will be the reason the new gen is having so much problems now. But let's talk about it. Disclaimer, before anyone watches this video, this is my opinion. In bold quotation marks, this is my opinion. And I'm just stating my opinion. The reason I do that is because even on top of being an anime geek channel, I like looking at stuff that quite interests me. And this is a very topic that interests me a lot, and it bums me out, and I'm quite annoyed a bit about it. So with that being said, let's get started. For those of you who are uninitiated or just unemployed like I am, I don't know, we should call it the live implosion of the new gen. I wouldn't call it an implosion per se, more like a slight, I guess, crack in the new gen's arm. And for once, and I kind of knew something was off. Like, I scouted it from like a month ago when Aaron stopped collabing with the Bruise, and I didn't know why. Well, in my head, I kind of knew why cause what made it weird for me back then was when Tahi said what he did, Aaron immediately, like, on his stream said like he's canceling the thing.
So this is the first time something kind of happened where I feel like Aaron could have called me and said, yo, I'm gonna do this. So he first goes to YouTube, to Twitch, and says he cancels the Cape Town trip. So I'm like, wait. And then another thing that kind of was like, damn, bro, what? He told his people, yeah, Sonabile's gonna find out through, send this clip to Sonabile. He didn't even say to tell me or call me like, yo, yeah, I don't think the Cape Town trip is gonna happen anymore. He just went, yeah, he's gonna find out by himself, guys.
And they didn't even call Swanabile to like be like, okay, I'm canceling that thing. So that was a bit weird to me. And keep in mind, guys, I watch all of them: Bruce, Civ, Swanabile, Aaron, and Domingos. I only got introduced to Fargo later on. I'm not sure about his content, but he's a cool brew. He's entertaining on the New Gen podcast, so I'll probably give some of his videos a watch. I already downloaded some. So Fargo, if you're watching this as well, I'm giving you a shot. But all these 6 brews, I adore them. Soneville was the first I got into. Then it was Domingos and Aaron. But Civ, Domingos, and Soneville are like my 3 biggest inspiration to start a YouTube channel. And seeing them collab with each other was just so much fun. Seeing them bounce off each other, which is sad that things have gone to this extent. And from what I've been seeing, I just watched Soneville's new video. Well, a video from his stream. I wanted to watch the whole stream to get the full context, but I couldn't find his full stream on Twitch because it was nowhere to be found. But I did watch Domingo's stream explaining his situation, all that. I also watched Aaron's stream explaining the situation. So from my perspective, I think I've gotten enough from all around corners to say my piece. And I have to put a disclaimer here. I rep all of these fandoms. I am not keen to one because I got introduced to all of these guys around the same time, each after another. Even though I gravitate towards Civ, Domingos, and Sonabila, it's not that I don't like Aaron or Fargo or Bruce's stuff. They're all quite. If any of them post, we're eating that day for all of us. So it was quite weird when stuff come, especially with the whole shooting with Bruce thing. And on this note, I do agree with Domingos a lot that this guy should have not collabed with his ex. And I respect Domingo so much for standing on that ground that this should not be the case. And also Sonabila, when I watched Sonabila's video when he says that why should it be, and I kind of disagree with him on that it should be a rule that you do not collab with your Bruce ex if they are exes. If they just talked and that's it, free grounds. There's free grounds. If they did not claim each other as boyfriend or girlfriend or a talking stage, they're free ball. And that should be, I thought this was just ball knowledge. This was just Bruce ball knowledge, but apparently not. And when the Bruce spoke about it on the channel, that made Aaron felt weird about that, which was weird because Aaron, though your whole chat, I can even pull up a clip, your whole chat was telling you that to tell this Brew to fire. And you were watching it. And I remember, he started off this segment by saying clip farming all the way. So it was weird hearing the gen say that Aaron was crashing out over this when he himself said he was clip farming, but didn't tell the Brews. I didn't explain it afterwards. So I was weird. And then he unfollows Domingos, and I'm like, okay, this is so weird. Why him and not the rest? And it felt bad because I relate to Domingos on a deeper level because me and him are kind of the same same architects. I was like, what the hell? And I felt bad for Domingos because he genuinely, Brew was just voicing his opinion. And then, so the narrative became that Aaron was making it seem like he left because of Domingos, when in reality, he left because he took the Chillers punch deal. And that's okay. Just don't lie. Just don't make it seem like Domingos is the reason when you left when he's just voicing his opinions. And that's that. And then Domingos talks about it. And then it kind of brings up an entire issue from the common thread that came from the New Gen podcast. What Domingos was saying and what Sonobilo was saying is that Aaron, after the whole Tahi thing, started distancing himself because he felt like what Tahi said, it struck a nerve, basically. What Tahi said struck a nerve. And for that reason, he started distancing himself. And Sonobilo touched on it, saying that why does it have to be what other people think, and then why shouldn't we all eat in the same plate? And I agree with him. That was kind of weird behavior from Aaron to like distance himself. I know this is so parasocial. I should have stated this at the beginning of this video. Guys, this is so parasocial of me, but I don't care. These are the Brews I love. But yeah, I'm like, it bummed me out because Aaron thought that it would be best for him to distance himself from the Brews, which was sad. And I didn't want that to happen. Because these Brews together I think they have done something unprecedented in the South African YouTube scene. And I'm probably in the minority where I'm like, I still want all of these Brews to collab each other. The fandoms have made themselves clear, seeing from the streams and the comments that Mai's this Brew, especially HSN, which is bad. I really didn't want them to do that, but side tangent over. Back to the main topic at hand about Aaron and his weird feelings towards what they did. And through line to this is that the Brews have problems with each other when they're shooting content with women they've been involved in and stuff like that, which is agree. And again, it's bad to say that rifts are forming between the Brews because of girls, and it should never be the case. And watching Sonibila's video kind of like made me sure that, yeah, this is probably not the best way to have gone about things, especially on Aaron's side. I don't want to blame, like the Jen said, you shouldn't put a blame on Aaron, but at the same time, we can't just set aside Aaron's actions, all of this, distancing himself from the Brews, not collabing with them anymore, feeling some type of way when they do collab, but he said he's distancing himself. It seems like a through line. Aaron would be like, okay, I'm distancing myself from the Brews, but the Brews then collab with each other and do stuff. He crashes out, and it became a whole loop cycle, and apparently he didn't want to even do the New Gen stuff. So really and truly, I feel like Aaron checked out the New Gen as soon as Tahi said that, or at least sometime before that, which is fine. He's in full capacity to do what he wants, but it shouldn't be. He should have just came up front and said that what Tahi said bothered him, and so I'm moving on without you guys, and that should have been the end of the conversation. Anything after that, or anything he fails to tell the gents, now it's just like he's moving like a weird Brew. And watching Sonabila's stuff, he explains it well that each time Aaron had a bit of an issue, Sonabila was like, this dude has my number, or did I change it? And that's what I was seeing, that Aaron was not communicating with the Brews how he felt. and stuff like that. So because of that, the rift started getting more and more. On the other hand, though, I wouldn't say the new gen is completely null and void and stuff. From what Sonobile said on that on his stream, he showed receipts that the new gen was speaking, had a group where he wasn't in it, and it seems like within the new gen group, a faction formed where it didn't include certain gens, and that was bad. And it seems like I'm not sure how. This is all speculation. Remember, this is all speculation. All of this is my opinion. Video I'm gonna do about the state of South African YouTube maybe later on, once I get this video out there and edited. Holy shit, this yap session is gonna be a lot to edit. But even so, I felt like I should make this video, cause once again, these 6 guys are probably the most entertaining people to watch on South African YouTube. No offense to everybody else, but they just don't hold a candle to these guys, especially Sonobile, Domingos, and Aaron. When it comes to streaming, nobody else holds a candle, and I think that's why all of these communities have felt hurt by this situation, and that's why it's garnered the reputation it did. For anyone who watch it, for any of the brews who end up watching this video, Sonavile or any of them, please know I did this with no malicious intent. This is why I did watch everybody's perspective and stream, so that I can get the full picture. Even though it seems like Aaron's ploy for being reason is that he feels left out and stuff, but he also wants. I don't know. It's like he wants to be included, but also at the same time he doesn't want to do content with the brews, and that's the through line I've been getting from what Domingos and Sonabile is that, which is fine. Like I said, it's fine. He can have his own opinions and stuff like that, but just when the brews do something together and you're not invited, you shouldn't crash out, because you did say that you don't want to be included with them. But hey, man, it's a complicated situation with no right or wrong person in this. It's just that brews have egos, especially when you're on the rise like they have, and the monumental rises they've been on for the past 3 years. Ever since COVID stopped, they've been the guys who have been marching forward with South African YouTube. It would begin to happen that these guys get egos and stuff like that, and when that happens, friendships tend to break down because of that. And it kind of is unfortunate that the breeding ground for all of this was because Tahi kind of hurt the other brews' egos, and they felt some sort of way after that. And it should have never been this. But hey, man, I'll just be here watching them all separate, and whoever collabs with who, I got no ill will towards them. But that's just my opinion. And remember, guys, my opinion. I feel like I need to preface this before the comments say I'm hating on Aaron and stuff like that, because that's what's been happening in most of the comment sections I've seen. And it's kind of like a cult. It's turning into a cult-like fan base, which I've seen in other like videos for other fandoms, which I'm gonna touch on that topic in my South African YouTube has a problem video. Guys, I'm in the editing booth editing this video, and just as I'm editing this, Aaron posted his response, and now I guess we got the 3 perspectives. I guess I don't know if Civ, Bruce, or Fog are gonna post their perspective videos, and if they do, damn. Well, I don't know what am I gonna do then, but I'm literally just putting this in here at the end, so you guys know that I did watch that video. And well, I didn't say it was good, because the comments are cooking him. I'm gonna put it up here. The comments are definitely cooking him. And this clip here,
you feel me? Like that whole Monaka party, cool, faded. Then Taki comes out, he says a story that never happened, cool. Then after it goes crazy on the internet, niggas react, cool. They make that videos, whatever. Nah. Then after that, faded me, I'm like, okay, bro. From that Tally situation, I didn't take it as like if you don't know any context, they were saying that all of the brews worship Sonabile, the ground Sonabile works on. Cool. And then Taki was like, yo, the errands and the figos. So me in my mind, I think what got niggas like confused was they were thinking like I took it as in like that was the problem, like the thing that I was saying, worshipping the ground this brew works on. I'm thinking, I'm like, no, bro, that wasn't my problem. Me, when that nigga said that, bro, I was like, hey. Before that, I was like, hey, boy, me, I've fairly done enough for my viewers and to push, you feel me, HSN. So then when he said it, I took it as like, hey, this guy is saying that I'm not pushing on my own, though. Like, he's saying that everything I've done is pop. Everything I've done, it doesn't matter. So then when I took that, I'm like, okay, let me show you flames. You feel me? So let me show you flames. And the only way for me to show him flames was for me to have that like solo run, do my thing. Solo run, just cooking.
Kind of reiterates the fact that yes, Taki did get under his skin, and he's trying to play it off like saying that no, I wanted to show him. No, you're basically admitting that Taki got under your skin and you wanted to show him that you're not that. You're basically trying to say you wanted to prove something to Taki that you were not what he thought you were, and that's fine. Like I said, if he touched you that bad, that's fine, but don't try to spin it into something else when clearly we can all see that you were touched by what he said. And I forgot to mention this in the main part of the video. I briefly touched on it, but I need to put it here because in Aaron's video, one of the key things he talks about is the fact that Sonwabile collabed with Bruce's flings and nobody bats an eye, but when he defends Bruce on his channel, now it's a problem. First, two things. I'm gonna get to the part of Sonwabile having girls on the channel, but first thing, I don't think Aaron realizes that he's trying to dodge. He's trying to deflect blame on Sonwabile. His chat, literally, when he brought those girls on, was literally telling them to go. That's a big part. They were telling him to go. His defense is that I was defending the brew when they were talking ish. Why did you have them talking ish on your channel in the first place? You're making it seem like it's not your fault they're talking ish. If they're on your chat, they're going to talk ish about their ex. Come on. Why are you even bringing them on? The chat was telling you to tell them to vibe. You have autonomy over your stream. Tell them to go. And the second thing, now that I'm done ranting about that, you have a point. When the other one's son, I don't know, maybe he will address this, but it was kind of a having Cloney and Venus on your stream and stuff like that. When Aaron said in his video that Bruce didn't like that, but you still had weird behavior as well. But again, like I said, Sonwabile doesn't seem like to think that having exes on stream is such a big deal, which is, I don't know, that's his just viewpoint, which is, I guess, his viewpoint. But the other Bruce seemed to have a problem with it. Maybe he should address that. They should address that. And I think that what should have happened if they could have just had a conversation about how they view things, and instead of this. So yeah, I had to put this here so I can tell you guys that I did watch the Aaron video, so I know that I'm not just cooking Aaron in this video. Sonwabile, you have to catch some heat for having those girls on your stream. And why is it Venus and Cloney all of a sudden? I thought we forgot about these girls after the whole open chats thing, but no. Why, gents? Why? But it's fine. It's fine. But until then, these have been just my thoughts. What do you guys think down in the comment section down below? So, with all that being said, this has been the Athletic Nerd, and I'm out.